Hello, hello! Pizza Packs here, and we're back with our second pre-release kit. So, let's get started. Oh, I forgot to make a 50-minute timer. Oh well, it's fine. We won't need the full 50. Nope. Alright, so we've got our counters and tokens on the outer box. Inside, we've got really cool die. A little pre-release guide and an ad for complete your journey to Scenic Bloodstained Mire. Neat little travel-esque poster. Alright, we got the same die that we got last time. And starting things off, we got Echoes of Eternity. Very nice. If the triggered ability of a colorless spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, copy it and choose new targets for... Ooh, that's a fun one. So that's already going to push us towards Eldrazi, and that is our fourth Echoes of Eternity. So... that... Oh, good lord. Come on. Oh, come on. It had to tear in a funky way. Oh. There we go. Alright. Arena code, because one person has been asking for them over and over again. They are first come, first serve. I think you can only have one per account anyway for the pre-release ones. So have at it. Whoever wants it can have it. Alright, so we've got our promo card. 3 flip cards. Nice divider. I keep these for dividing up my 3Ks. Excuse me. Alright, pack 1. Got some really good tacos tonight, and I'm slightly paying for it. Alright, we have Jolted Awake, which is far better than I thought it was when I first read it. Did not realize it could basically be a reanimate. But that's a crazy one, and it has cycling. So, Jolted Awake. Smelted Charge Bug. Deem Inferior. Which is also just very solid. Basking Brood Scale. That's solid. That's the one that's blowing up in Pauper right now. Kami of Jealous Thirst. Okay. Which is a way to close out the game. Riddlegate Gargoyle. It's the first of our multicolored cards. Amped Raptor. Collective Resistance. Sweet. Arcbound Condor. Good one. Null Elemental Blast. Very nice. Oh. And Kalia of the Vast. Nice. 290. Let's see. That is our second Kalia. And a White Orchid Phantom. Very nice. With a Mog Mob. Probably won't be playing the Mog Mob. It is very difficult to play in sealed, but we'll see. So far, we've got some really good white stuff. Kalia actually is just fantastic. We may be pushed in that direction, even though we do have Echoes and a Null Elemental. Gift of the Viper. Drossclaw, another good one to go along with Kalia. Dog Umbra. Let's see, that's Angel, Demon, Dragon. Skoa, Ember Mage. Serum Visionary, very solid. Eldrazi Repurposer. Whenever you cast a spell and when Eldrazi Repurposer dies, create a token. That's solid. Echoes is whenever you... Oh, that's colorless spells. Yeah, that's still really strong. So Eldrazi Repurposer. It's green. Obstinate Gargoyle. Ooh, Pyretic Rebirth. Let's see, 2 black, red, instant, return target artifact or creature from your graveyard to your hand. It deals damage equal to that card's mana value to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. That's pretty slick. Solar Transformer, enters tapped. When it enters, you get 3 energy. Tap for colorless. Tap, gain energy, add 1 of any color. Okay, so nice ramp there. Another one to go along with our color stuff. Think into Stupor. It's very likely to be played. We have Deserted Temple. Womp womp. 301. That is our 3rd Deserted Temple. We have Flare of Fortitude. That is our 7th Flare of Fortitude, if I remember correctly. 26. That is our 7th. So, good one there. And another Obstinate Gargoyle. Rat and Violet. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Pack 3. We've got 2 double rare packs so far, I believe. Did pull a Kalia, which Kalia is just nutso. Mandibular Kite. Okay. Sarpadian Simulacrum. Sage of the Unknowable. Horrific Assault. Pushes us towards Eldrazi. Eviscerator's Insight. Twisted Landscape. Writhing Chrysalis. Hey, that's another really good one. Technically multicolored. That pushes us yet again towards the red-green Eldrazi. Signature Slam. Copy Crook. Solid. Muster the Departed. Okay. Legion Leadership. Very nice. Firewood Symbiote. And we have Power Balance. Power Balance. See, this version's the borderless one at 335. Normal version of Power Balance is 131, and that is our 5th Power Balance. With a Sundering Eruption. Very nice. Huh. Interesting. And a Phyrexian Germ. Alright, pack 4. Expanding Ooze. Okay. Fitted Gargantua. Hexgold Slith. Fanged Flames. Very nice. Goes really well with the Echoes of Eternity. Corrupted Shapeshifter. Okay, nice. Foreboding Landscape. Planner Genesis. Top 4 cards of your library, you may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That is sweet. Let's see. Amped Raptor. Nice. Disciple of Prerelease. Okay. Wow. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards or X is that creature's power. That could be really good. It's in green, not in there. Now we have Quorum, the Undertaker, from the Commander set, but because it is in the sealed pool, you can play it in sealed. And that is really strong. So that would go into consideration as well. Emerald Medallion, very nice. 291. That is our 5th Emerald Medallion. And Ocelot Pride. Hey. That is really strong. Let's see. 322. Normal version of Ocelot Pride is 38. That is our 2nd Pride. Okay. Mandibular Kite foil and a Plains with an art card. Huh. We may be shifting more towards that Kalia now. But man, we got some really cool white stuff. And some really interesting Eldrazi stuff. Nyxborn Hydra. Okay. Scurrious Sentry. So very solid. Inspired Inventor. Ooh, that's a neat one. Inventor's Axe. Tempest Harvester. Okay. Cyclops Superconductor. That one's real good. That is a card that can push you in a direction. Deceptive Landscape. It's good. Tameo meets the Story Circle. Until your next turn, whenever a creature attacks you or Planeswalker, it gets -2/-0. 2, discard any number of cards, then investigate twice for each card discarded that way. Okay. And shuffle up to 3 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Skittering Processor. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn. That goes well with the lands. Johnny Fells the Godsire. Really strong white removal. Cat stuff. Prismatic Ending in the special guest frame. That's sweet. Another push towards Kalia with a Victimize. Okay, we may have just changed our thoughts here. Not a whole lot of colorless stuff for us to trigger off of at this point, but definitely could go with a Reanimator strategy here. And the Necrobloom, 194. That's our 5th Necrobloom. Let's see, Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 0/1 green plant creature token. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token instead. Land cards in your graveyard have Dredge too. Ooh, that's neat. We have Envoy of the Ancestors. Modified creatures you control have lifelink. That's powerful. Again, that pushes us more towards the white stuff, which Kalia already pushes us in that direction. I don't know, something to consider. Especially with that Ocelot Pride and some of the other... Oh, we got some really good white stuff. 2, 3, 4 really solid white rares. Plus Kalia. Something to consider. Nightshade Dryad, nice speeds of acceleration. Refurbished Familiar, very nice. Rosecott Knight, interesting. Void Pouncer. Let's see, Petrifying Meddler. Temperamental Oozewag. Sheltering Landscape. Okay. Definitely got the white-red one. Quest for the Necropolis. Okay. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a quest counter on it. 5 and a black. Sacrifice it. Put target creature from a graveyard under the battlefield under your control. This ability costs 1 less for each quest counter on Quest for the Necropolis. Activate as a sorcery. That's pretty sweet. Glyph Elemental. It's bestow creature. And it does some pretty cool stuff for as far as modified. Stump Stomp. That's solid. Nadir's Nightblade. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Seems real solid. Flare of Denial. Alright. 62. That is our 3rd Flare of Denial. Seething Lands foil. And a forest. With a Nadu art card. Okay. So before we start anything else, we need to look at how many colorless things we have to go with the Echoes of Eternity. Because not a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't look like we've got a whole ton of stuff for it. But we should definitely check that because we have an absolute bomb with Echoes of Eternity. So that's what would push me into green-red. Let's see. That's an accelerator for it. Disciple of Prerelease is very strong. Wirewood Symbiote, which can rebuy the Disciple. It's interesting. Signature Slam. It's good removal. Horrific Assault. Goes with Eldrazi. Let's see. So we've got Eldrazi Repurposer. That's our first one. Whenever you cast a spell and whenever it dies, create a token. It's a 3/3 for 3, which is decent cost. Gift. Collective. Basking Brood-Scale. Whenever 1 or more counters are put on it, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token. Okay. Definitely would want to play that as well. That gives modified creatures. That modifies creatures. Those are both very solid too. Resistance is a really good type. See, Void Pouncer, that's a good one. Skittering Precursor, also good and doubles up. Let's see. I don't know about the No Elemental Blast and Sealed, but we could consider it. Inventor's Axe, very solid. Amped Raptor. First strike when it enters the battlefield, get 2 energy. Then if you cast it from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library to the exile a non-land card. You may cost it by paying energy equal to its mana value. Rather, ooh, that's solid. Fanged Flames goes really well with our Echoes, which doubles up our spells. Oh. As I dump. Way to go. Okay. Sundering Eruption, also good, and it's a flip card. Power Balance. I don't think that's going to trigger in Sealed that much. Serpadian Simulacrum. Seems solid. Skoa Embermage. When it enters, deal 4 damage to any target. Discard another card to have it do... Huh, that's weird. Mogmob. I don't think that that's going to be super solid and sealed. And another amped raptor. That's pretty solid. Smelted charge bug. Yeah, that's another good... well, that's more of an energy enabler. It is a 1/3 menace, but... Let's see, where are we with this? So... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Really need 20, so we really need like 2 or 3 more playables at least. Stump Stomp is an auto include in that. Could probably include Quorum. It doesn't really play into the Echoes. Planar Genesis is neat. Expanding Ooze is neat. Legion Leadership is pretty much an auto-include. Writhing Chrysalis is an auto-include. So we're like right there already. I think Pyretic Rebirth is a solid splash. We didn't get any MDFCs in black. We got 2 really good reanimate spells. Let's see, Kalia. Did we get any demons or demons, dragons, or angels? Nothing multicolored. Probably play Solar Transformer. It's an include. Let's see. Green, red. Green, red. We splash black, then all of these are good at that point. We probably would splash black for like a Victimize, which is just fantastic. Maybe Refurbished Familiar or a Scurious Sentry and Pyretic Rebirth and Quorum the Undertaker. Starting point there. Let's look at our blue. We've got Flare, which is good, but not really what we need here. Shapeshifter, Copy Crook is interesting. Sage. Sync. Yeah. Our blue is really shallow. Really shallow. I think we can go ahead and cut our blue out since it's so shallow. Our white was solid. Green. I mean, maybe on that, but again, the Alia doesn't really go anywhere. The Cyclops is neat. Like, we could even consider splashing blue instead of black with those two, and then grab a couple of the... Yeah, that might actually work out even better now that I look at it. But you would consider expanding Ooze there too. Like these 4 black cards. Yeah, that's good for blue. That's good for blue. That would just be for black. That's good anyway. That's good anyway. Yeah, blue. You'd be losing 1 land potentially. Have to make cuts. Doesn't really look like anything solid for those. You'd probably want the Meddler. Serum Visionary. Sink into Stupor would just make sense to play. The Shifter, like maybe? I don't know. 3/3 flyer for 4 isn't terrible. Tempest Harvester would be like a big maybe there. Yeah. It'd be somewhere in like these splash cards for black. Some number of these for blue. Those don't really do anything for us. That doesn't do anything for us. Kalia doesn't, which is sad because Kalia is just awesome. There's just nothing really here for it. Probably want to consider the Nightblade if you're doing black also. Fitted Gargantua seems really good. Dross Claw. Yeah. Let's take another look at this. We got 1, 2, 3. Those are our lands. That's a land, that's a land, that's a land, effectively. That's a land. Echoes is definitely in. Charge Bug is probably in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That. Yeah, so if we do blue, we'd have to cut 1 card. We'd have 4 MDFCs. Well, that probably just makes the most sense. Might even just drop like the superconductor because it doesn't really do everything you want it to. I mean, that just seems solid now that I look at it. You're doubling up your colorless spells, being able to reset your elves, which I don't know if you have any other than the MDFC card. Don't actually have any. Yeah, so Wirewood Symbiote doesn't do anything for us. Except for work with the Disciple of Prerelease. So we can trim that too. Five, 6, 7, 8. Might be a little light on creatures. Oh, this one seems good. Let's look at our white. Envoy. To modified. Prismatic. If you gained life this turn, create a token. That's really solid too. Our white is really strong. White might actually make even more sense than... Ooh, might make even more sense than the blue. Now that I look at it. We went... Naya. Where would that put us? Those out. And just like jam ridiculous spells. Yeah, because that would bring our 5th land back in. You know what? That's it. That's the plan. Naya. Yeah, that's the plan for this deck. It's Naya. So these are lands. You're going to want to get to 17 lands already at a bunch. We got 9 already. So it leaves us 8 spaces. Okay. Let's lay this out. Prismatic ending we'd put in the board. Probably bring it in, but would need to. It's Mandibular Kite, Ocelot Pride, those are amazing. Hex Gold Slith goes along with our stuff. Muster the Departed is just great. Because we've got all these tokens that we're going to drop. Mandibular Kite, number 2. So modified should become pretty easy for us. Flare of Fortitude. Flare of Fortitude's a maybe. It's a solid card, but it's a maybe. Definitely some blowouts that you could get with that. Dog Umbra is removal and just good stuff. White Orchid Phantom is really strong. But I don't think it's right for this format. Probably put that to the side. Signature Slam, real good. Gift of the Viper, real good. Fanged Flames, fantastic removal. Inventor's Axe, also solid. Horrific Assault. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't. If you control an Eldrazi, you gain 3 life. That's pretty solid. Echoes of Eternity is likely but cuttable. Leonard Genesis is not in our game plan anymore. Solar Transformer is good. Oh, Inventor's Axe is just a 1-drop? Missed that. Writhing Chrysalis is an auto-include. Eldrazi Repurposer, auto-include. Basking Brood Scale, very strong. Nightshade Dryad, really strong. Void Pouncer is fantastic. Skittering Processor, or Precursor rather, fantastic. Temperamental Oozewag, amazing. Nyxborn Hydra, amazing. Amped Raptor, which we have 2 of. It's just so good. Glyph Elemental just lets us modify whatever. Rose-Caught Knight is top end. Envoy of the Ancestors, just passing around lifelink. A Johnny, more removal. Inspired Inventor lets us pass around counters, gain energy, create tokens. So just good all around. Jilted Awake, Let's bring stuff back. Simulacrum's good. Scoa is additional removal. 6. So let's see where we are. Can probably cut those out of the main. We got 4, 6, 12, 16, 22, 26, 31. We'd need to cut 8 cards. Oh boy. Echoes of Eternity is good. But I think we've got a better modified theme to go off of. Because it's just kind of do nothing on its own. A triggered ability of a colorless spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers. That ability triggers an additional time. When you cast a colorless spell, copy it, you may choose new targets for the copies. Okay, how many colorless spells do we actually hit? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't think that's enough to justify Echoes of Eternity, now that I look at it. Okay. Next, so Horrific Assault is good. Gift of the Viper is good. Mandibular Kite. It's Living Weapon. Gives Flying, that's really strong. Ocelot Pride is amazing. Inventor's Axe is fantastic for what we're trying to do. Jolted Awake is solid. Slith. I don't know that we need Solar Transformer, necessarily. It does give a lot of energy, and it does ramp us and fix our mana. No, that's good. That's real good. Brood Scale, Dalgomra, Slith. Muster just makes us more dudes. Signature Slam. Signature Slam might just be better than Horrific Assault. Where are we at time-wise? We're at 38 minutes. Gotta wrap this up. Alright, I'd probably drop Assault. See, Jolted Awake, we can cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18, 23. So we still got 6 left to cut. Gift. Guardian Simulacrum is solid. Late game. Mandibular Kite is really good. Ocelot Pride just grows. See, those come with their own modified creatures. Amped Raptor. Let's just ramp up small stuff. Lift Elemental, another way to modify stuff. Nightshade Dryad is color fixing. And yeah, color fixing, Death Touch. Yeah, Nightshade Dryad's fantastic. Asking Broodstale's good. Fanged Flames is good. What's the Slith do again? Energy, First Strike, and it modifies itself, and it's really good. That's hard to pick. Is Scoa just the worst? out of all this? Well, simulacrum does stuff. That gets things back. Jilted Awake is good, but we might not actually need it. Let's see. It does get us energy. Let's see. There's a battlefield to get 2 energy, then you cast it from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by paying an amount of energy equal to its mana cost rather than paying its mana cost. So we want that to hit 1s and 2s most of the time until later game. So yeah, we can cut these two, which are, I mean, they're solid, but still. Turn those. Good pouncer. 3-1 kick for 5. Enters with counters and trample. Haste, that's really valuable. 6, 10, 16, 22, 27. Still need to drop 4 cards. Inventor's good, but I think we can make room with it. That passes around all kinds of good stuff. It has menace and can grow. Gives us guys that we can populate onto. Signature Slam is solid. Muster at the beginning. Creature died. Populate. Creates a 1/1 spirit token, so we can just keep making stuff with our tokens, which fuels the chrysalis. That's really good. Johnny Fells the Godsire. Yeah, it just lets us blow things out. Oh, this just gets an artifact or enchantment. Oh, but it gives itself a counter. That's good. Maybe cut one of the kites? That's an easy way to modify things. Ah, this is tough. Envoy of the Ancestors. We can also consider going down 1 land because our curve is so low. And we're already at 17 lands. 6, 10, 16, 21. We need to cut 3 cards still. Monster's really good. Combat trick, combat trick. Let's bestow. Comes in modified itself. Yeah, that's really good. Next goal just might have to be a maybe out. Need to cut 3 cards. Glyph is really good. Raptors are fantastic. We don't want to trim too much energy stuff because of that. That comes in modified. What's that? Solid. That modifies itself. It's just some of the best removal in the set. It's flash. Yeah, that's just amazing utility on its own. Transformer's great fixing. Signature Slam is great. That's great. Looks good each other. That's removal and a 4/4. Also can close out the game. Did we already trim a kite? We already trimmed a kite. I'm at a loss. I can't find 2 cards to cut. I guess I would have to cut muster. If I had to cut something. Makes other stuff not as good. It's got menace. That ramps, but it's not. What would I drop over that? Cliff, mix one. Got 2 kites. Those are both fantastic. We're able to pass out lifelink and trample into modified creatures. I guess it would have to be that and the Transformer. Transformer might just be too slow. Alright, well I guess we settled on something and that was tough. Alright, so we ended up with 2 Mandibular Kite, Ocelot Pride, Gift of the Viper, Inventor's Axe, Nyxborn Hydra, Glyph Elemental, Amped Raptor, 2 of, Void Pouncer, Nightshade Dryad, Basking Brute Scale, Fanged Flames, Dog Umbra, Eldrazi Repurposer, Envoy of the Ancestors, Skittering Processor, Signature Slam, Writhing Chrysalis, Temperamental Oozewag, Rosecott Knight, Ajani Felts the Godslayer, Soka Embermage, Sundering Eruption, Disciple of Prerelease, Stump Stomp, Legion Leadership, which is just fantastic, Seething Landscape, Foreboding Landscape, Twisted Landscape, Deceptive Landscape, and Sheltering Landscape. That's where I ended up. Let me know where you end up in the comments. I'm going to be posting the list of cards on Moxfield. And yeah, once again, here's the code. It is first come, first serve. If you get it, awesome. If you don't, maybe next time. So yeah, as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff for the algorithm. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.